Don't have to tighten them real tight. Alright, it's on there snug. Man, it's freaking hot out here. It's like 90 something degrees and sweating. Okay, this is that me program, that 28me. It tells you the instructions and whatnot. But I've already used this before. I just had to get the truck smog, so I had to put the DPF back on. That way I wouldn't get into any issues. But man, I like running this program, this tune, because man, it gives it some juice. The truck responds better, has better throttle response, and it takes off. This bad boy will burn out like no other. It'll whip. You gotta take control of it. Okay. Okay, plug it in. Alright, it's on. You turn the key on. So the key's on. See, that's off. It's on. Now what this does, the reason I like using this with the me program, it gets rid of the engine light. It doesn't let the engine light come on. See how it's blinking right there? It'll actually take it off, and then you won't have no engine light on. That's why I like running this. Okay, so you push the, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. Man, it's kind of hard to do with one hand. Now shaky too. Probably because I'm dehydrated a little bit. Alright, we go to ECM update. So let's go all the way back. All the way back. That's all the way back. ECM update. Connect truck. And see, it's at stock right now. So the ECU right now is at stock. So we're gonna want to, you can put it to whatever tune you want. It's got 3 tunes. It's got like economy, tow, and performance. So I like to put it on 2, which is tow, which gives it a little bit more power. Let's see. Let's go to which one of these? Okay, here we go. So you can choose standard, fuel economy, towing, and performance, like I said. And back to standard. Now there's one called, once you do tune it to whatever one, like tow, or economy, tow, or performance, when you put it in one of those 3, you have to, before you take it to a dealership or anything like that, you want to take the tune off with this Smarty. So basically when you let's say we put it on tow, and then later on down the road something happens and I have to take it to the dealership, sometimes they'll hook up their computer to it and they'll update the ECU, and if they do that without you coming back and unlocking it first, it'll actually ruin it. You won't be able to use this anymore. It'll be useless. It'll be a paperweight pretty much. So what you do is you tune it to economy, tow, or performance, and then you come back. If you have to take it to the dealership, you take off the, let's say if we put it on tow right now, you take off tow and you put it on X stock, and what that does is it unlocks the tuner, the Smarty, from the truck. So basically you tune it, and then you have to untune it and put it back to stock before you take it to the dealership, is what I'm getting at. Okay, so let's put it on tow, and then we push OK, and then it says, do you want to put it on switch 2, and then you press yes, and then it'll do it. See, it's programming the truck, and it's going bonkers over here, which means that it's updating it. Okay, and you don't want to unplug it or anything. You just leave it, let it do its thing. Now I know you, like, the battery might die or something might happen, or I don't know, something happens and you unplug it by accident, you know, or something while it's programming. There's a way you can try to fix it, and it says it in the manual, but I don't feel like going through that right now. You guys can do it whenever you run into that issue. It takes a few minutes. I forgot to turn the radio off. You're supposed to turn everything off. Oops. It'll be alright. It's still going crazy over there. Well, that's normal. It'll make some weird sounds in the engine bay too, sometimes. Excuse me. You're supposed to do this with the full battery, so you shouldn't. But the only reason I was talking about if something happens is like if you hit the plug and it unplugs or something in the middle of this, there's a way to fix it. So just let you know. Alrighty. But yeah, the tow 2 or the tow program with this, man, it gives this truck so much more power. I mean, not a lot, but it does. Man, you can definitely tell the difference between stock and tow. Now, I've never put it on performance, which I don't think it'll have an issue, but I like to be safe, so I just leave it mild and leave it at that. Now, my brother, he has a Ford F-250 that's lifted and it's diesel, or F-350 or something like that, but he had a Bulldog or something like that, but he's had some bad experience with that, so that's why I didn't go that route. I think he's blew out his transmission twice already, so I am not touching that thing. And not only that, but I mean, he maxed it out on his truck, put the most power to his truck, and I don't know, for some reason it blew out his tranny. Alrighty, come on. Come on. And this thing explains everything, and I bought this Smarties for like $350 or something like that off some guy here locally. You can even, this thing's pretty cool, you can actually update the ABS, which is, you can put the tire size, what kind of tires you have, that way the tuner knows what size tires you have, that way it'll give you the best performance for that tune, which I thought was pretty neat. Let's go back. I'm going to try to show you every page, just in case you guys have any questions. You guys can just look at this. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now you just do what it says. You turn the key off, push it back once, and then push OK. And then it does its thing. And it says key on. So we just turn the key on. And then it says OK, press OK with the 80 ECM. You hear that? I was in the engine bay. Okay, now it says turn key off. Alrighty, so we turn the key off. Let's go back one. Update ECM. Update done. Unplug Smarty. Alrighty. But I would like to so now we went back, power on demand. It says turn key on. Turn key on. Power 99. So you can bring it down, but I like to leave it on 99. Okay. 99. Alrighty, so now we put it on, we can go to main menu, ECM, adjust options. Okay, now here we can go to adjust the torque. I believe it has 3 settings as well. I like to put it on, where is it at? Not 4. I like to put it on 1. I try to put it on low on everything. And then we put it on 1 as well. And then you just push the side button to basically update it to the truck. So now go back and it's already there. Timing 1, torque 1, and it's writing it into the truck. It's updating it. Boom, done. So, like I said, you can adjust the torque, bring it all the way up to 4 if you like, but I don't do that. And even the timing you can do all the way up to 4. I like to leave it on 1. Leave it at that. And that's all there is. And then you could just check the tires and see what the size tires are. And mine are stock, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. And that should be it. It should start right up. Let's figure this out. Okay, I think that's it. Data read. You don't need any of that stuff. It's basically a code reader. You can use that as a code reader as well. Okay, so now we unplug it. There we go. All right. So we'll take the key out. You don't have to do any of this. I'm just doing it. Now I like to leave it for a few seconds till it warms up. I like to leave it just until that little light comes off normally. Now when I turn it on, it shouldn't have the engine light. We'll find out here in a second. Oh, and that's all there is. See, and if you don't use the Smarties tune with the Me program into it, it'll actually, once you do all the work and everything, it'll actually have the engine light on the whole time. That's why you want this one with the Me program in it, or firmware, the firmware, so that engine light comes off and it doesn't stay on here. So that's it, pretty much. You just unplug this and you save it. You put it away, and then before you take it to a dealership, you actually have to unlock it and use that. Actually, you know what? I'll show you. That way you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. See, and see how you go to the main menu, ECM update, connect the truck, turn key off, that's off. It says turn key on. And then here we go to towing, and this is how we updated the first time. You just go to, and that's what I was talking about, X stock. See, it used to only have standard, fuel economy, towing, and performance. It didn't have the X stock because it was already stock. So before you take it to a dealership, make sure you click on X stock and update it by clicking OK, and then OK, and then it'll bring it back to completely stock ECU.